Hello, my name is Imani and welcome to the Feathered Nest. The Feathered Nest came out of me asking God about the season that I was going into. Years ago when my children were young, I had anxiety around the fact that terrible twos is all I heard all the time. I'm like, okay, this child who I love so dearly is about to become terrible because everybody keeps talking about terrible twos. And I remember having a moment with the Lord and I'm like, God, does it have to be terrible? And God said, I never said it was terrible. And then he reminded me about how there's seasons for everything and that he doesn't have seasons that are necessarily bad. You may have seasons that are more challenging than the others, but he doesn't waste anything. So I asked him, well, instead of terrible twos, how should I be thinking about it? And he just shared with me, well, this is the phase in life where children finally get agency, like they've been carried from place to place. They feed when I tell them to feed. They go to sleep when I tell them to go to sleep. And now they're realizing words like yes and no have meaning and that they can ask for things and that it's actually a really beautiful season. And that lesson back when I had young children has carried with me through every single season. So whether or not my children were in junior high and now I was supposed to be worried about them going crazy, God helped me to see it through a different lens and understand that for every season that is labeled with something negative, he actually has a really healthy, hearty take on that season. And he'll tell us what that is if we just ask him what that looks like. So now we go ahead and we fast forward to my youngest child is in her senior year of college. And I realize that my husband and I are about to be empty nesters. So no one's gonna be living in our house, just us. And I asked God, is it really, like empty just didn't hit right. It didn't feel right. It felt like there was lack or there wasn't fullness or there wasn't joy or that there was a void. And I asked God, is that how you see this next season that my husband and I are walking into? And he was very clear. And he gave me this image of a nest that had all these beautiful feathers in it, that I wasn't in a nest that was empty. I was in a comfortable, cushy, warm, full, vibrant nest. And that's where the concept of feathered nest came from. So I'm excited to share those things. I'm excited to share the things that worked in all the different phases that I've been in. I also plan on bringing people in to share the phases they're in to be a little bit more applicable to where you might be in your walk with the Lord or in your journey as a woman. And so I am excited that you're coming alongside with me as we walk through these phases in our life. Hang in there because it gets better if you're a young mom, if you're someone who's also looking at empty nesting happening. I challenge you to change the narrative. It's actually a really beautiful season. I'm super excited to share all the things that I've learned and learning with all of you.